Hello, fellow graduates. Thank you for joining us along with your family, friends, and others who have supported you throughout your academic journey at Lakehead. I'm Abby, and I'm thrilled to be graduating this year with my Bachelor's of Education. While you wait for our program to begin, please gather your friends, family, and others who have supported you, whether they're in person or virtually, to help celebrate the day. Our program will begin shortly.
Hello everyone, my name is Harsh Khilani and today I am so very proud to be graduating with my Masters in Computer Science degree from Lakehead this year. To make the most of our special celebration, we want to hear from you. Share your experience with your fellow graduating students by tagging your social media messages with #LakeheadGrad. Thanks again for tuning in and we will begin shortly.
Bonjour and welcome to our session today, Convocation 2021. And I want to thank everybody for coming here to show their support and their happiness for our graduates today. And as always, I thank the Creator. I'm going to say a prayer mixed for our students and staff and everybody that has come here. And say, Bonjour, Gitchimanatu, Miigwech, for all the children and people that have come here. Kanagaman nukam gigish shomasak nakomasak minwabanojin washe abanojin Miigwech Gitchimanatu for the day. We abanojin for the life that they have, the children, and how they grow up and to become adult students at an institution like this. Thank you, Creator, for the sunny day that we have and all the blessings that we have been given in our good life that we can live. So I ask a blessing on everybody to be good, travel safe, and do well. I know our graduates will do just that. So thank you for coming to LU and helping us to help you and be good. Miwe, miigwech, wawashna.
Welcome to Lakehead University's 56th session of Convocation. I have the distinct pleasure of being Chancellor of Lakehead University, and it is my great privilege to declare this convocation open.
Madam Chancellor, graduands, faculty, staff, family, and friends. My name is Todd Randall, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies at Lakehead University. I would like to start by extending our appreciation to Elder Jerry Martin, who opened our ceremony with a blessing, and recognize Chancellor MacLeod for officially opening our ceremony today. I would like to acknowledge the original custodians of this land and pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and future, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture, and the hopes of Indigenous peoples. I would also like to recognize that our Thunder Bay and Orillia campuses are on the traditional lands of some of this country's Indigenous peoples. In Thunder Bay, we are on the traditional lands of the Fort William First Nation, signatory to the Robinson-Superior Treaty of 1850. In Orillia, Lakehead University resides on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe people and of the Rama First Nation. We also acknowledge the history that many nations hold in this area and look forward to respectful relations with the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit in the spirit of reconciliation. To our graduates, I would like to personally offer each of you my congratulations on reaching this important milestone. Today we are celebrating the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021, last year's convocation having been cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As you glance through the list of your colleagues in this year's graduating class from the faculty, you will note the wide array of areas of study of your fellow graduates. We celebrate the achievements of both our graduate, master's and PhD, and undergraduate students across the 10 departments that make up our faculty. You will note that our graduates span the spectrum of scientific fields of inquiry from anthropology, biology, chemistry, computer science, economics and geography, to geology, math, and physics. Also, many of our graduates have completed an interdisciplinary program such as applied life sciences, bioinformatics, geoarchaeology, or environmental sustainability. Notable this year are our first ever graduates from the following programs: the Masters of Science in Archaeological Sciences and the Honors Bachelor of Honors Bachelor of Arts and Science in Environmental Sustainability with a concentration in Ecosystem Management, the first cohort from this Lakehead Georgian Partnership Program. This past year, one of which has been dominated by the global pandemic, has very much demonstrated the value of science and the critical importance of science literacy and science communication. Core to my thoughts this morning as you move on to the next step in your academic journey or professional careers is the continuing important role that science will play for you. As students here at the university, you have learned the fundamentals of the scientific method in which we draw conclusions based on carefully designed experimental and other observational studies. I see you continuing to apply your knowledge of science in at least the three following ways. First, as a graduate from the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, you are well equipped to appreciate the value of science to society, both in the technological innovations that science can enable and in the solutions to the many problems that we face. Second, many of the current and future challenges faced by our communities and society more broadly will require some degree of understanding of what the science says, or science literacy, so that the best possible outcomes can be achieved. Finally, the need for science literacy by a wider public will need you, as trained scientists, to be effective communicators of science, science ambassadors, as it were, to make sure that science is part of the factors taken into consideration as we collectively work on complex problems that are both local as well as global in scope. Science, as you know, is a highly collaborative endeavor, and teamwork often rather than solely individual efforts can lead to more rapid discoveries and validation of new scientific theories. Certainly this past year, the pace that research teams around the world came up with a series of vaccines to the COVID virus is certainly evidence of this highly collaborative approach of working on a common global problem. Your experience as a student in the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, like science itself, is a collective collaborative effort. I extend my thanks to the many faculty and staff that has made your journey to this day possible. This includes your professors, as well as technicians, graduate teaching assistants, and administrative staff who have guided you on your academic journey to this day. In closing, I again congratulate each and every one of you this morning on your personal achievement. Enjoy this moment. You've worked hard to reach this point. Relish it and celebrate with your friends and family, being mindful, of course, of the current pandemic protocols in your community. As to what comes next, that, of course, is up to you. This is your journey. We, your professors and other mentors, will always welcome you reaching back to let us know how things go. As educators, we always hope that our time with you has created a lasting impact on the short time you've been a student here at Lakehead University. It is now my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Dr. Bill Angelakos, Dean of Technology and Visual Arts at Georgian College, to bring a special greeting to our Lakehead Georgian Partnership graduates, followed by the rest of our program.
Welcome, graduates. My name is Dr. Bill Angelakos, and I am the Dean of Technology and Visual Arts at Georgian College. On behalf of our faculty and staff, I would like to send our most heartfelt congratulations to the inaugural graduating class of the Lakehead Georgian Partnership. To all of the graduates today, we are so proud of you your innovation and your dedication. As students, you have shown how quickly you can adapt to new ways of connecting and learning, to new technologies and forms of communication. These skills will serve you well in your careers as employers seek to find creative, agile, and dedicated workers. As you take the next steps in your journey, remember to use these skills in all areas of life. No one knows what the future holds, but you have shown that you can remain open to change and to learn new things. Be brave and forge your own path, as you never know where it might lead you. As graduates, you have access to more information, smarter tools, and faster technology than any generation before you. You are uniquely positioned to go out into the world and make it a better place. I hope you celebrate your achievements and everything you have accomplished. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, as we come together today for this special virtual convocation ceremony, you should be so happy and proud of the hard work, thinking, and commitment that has brought you to this day. I wish we were able to share this celebration of your accomplishments together with your family and friends and with your Lakehead family on our campuses. While the pandemic has limited our ability to come together in person, it has not limited the significance of your exceptional achievements and the promise of future successes that stem from learning and living these past years as a Lakehead University student. You have accomplished so much here at Lakehead, and we are hopeful that your efforts going forward will make our world a better place. We are especially proud of how well you've adapted to the challenges we have all faced this past year and how you have demonstrated your resilience and spirit and ownership of your learning goals. Back in 2018, Paul Davidson, head of Universities Canada, stated, "The role of universities is to build resilient, persevering people who are fluent in cultural diversity." That resilience comes from learning to see opportunity in problems and to be determined to do the hard work to realize those opportunities. And this is ever more crucial when quick, superficial, disappointing fixes are presented at every turn. The theme for our most recent Lakehead report to the community was hope and resilience. The report opened with, "In times of adversity, hope is the thing that gives us strength. Lakehead University is a community where hope runs deep because our students, faculty, staff, and alumni are committed to looking beyond ourselves, to offering the best of ourselves." Our report featured stories and videos celebrating inspirational achievements by students like Fatima Ahmed, a 2020 Bachelor of Ed graduate. She's already taught elementary students at the schools in Nunavik, assisted in the fight against HIV in Botswana, and worked with women's development officers in the South Pacific, and served as the executive director helping youth in Nunavik. We celebrated community-engaged scholars like Canada Research Chair in Sustainable Food Systems, Dr. Charles Levko, who works closely with grassroots organizations like the Indigenous Food Circle to find solutions to create a more equitable food system. And our proud alumnus, the Honourable Patty Hajdu, Canada's Minister of Health and the Federal Member of Parliament for Thunder Bay Superior North, who's been at the forefront of Canada's response to the pandemic, leading a complex health response as a global pandemic turned our world and country upside down. Our world and plans are so different now from what was in place when you entered Lakehead University. However, our strategic priorities and specific hopes for you are still strong and fitting today. Lakehead's fundamental strategic priorities are focused on growing our excellence in teaching, learning, and research in a manner that's accessible to all. We believe that everyone from every region and country should be able to access the same opportunities for social and economic mobility. Our mission to be an innovative, comprehensive, innovative university, to think more deeply about what we do and why we do it has never been more important, and that we share and collaborate for the greater good. For the second year in a row, Lakehead University has been recognized as one of the top 100 universities around the world in the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings. The impact rankings are the only international performance tables that assess universities against the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These interdependent goals address global challenges facing the world, including poverty, inequality, peace and justice, and reflect the grand global challenges Lakehead focuses on through its teaching, research, and partnerships. You, our newest class of university graduates, are even more well prepared to lead the lasting transformation our world needs now. While experiencing the tumult of this pandemic, we've become profoundly aware of how well we've adapted to learning from one another, to sharing resources and expertise, and to seeing ourselves as members of communities collaborating for the betterment of our shared social, economic, and physical well-being. We hope you have become more confident in how to use a wider range of technologies to help you connect and thrive in your chosen careers and professions with new levels of effectiveness, whether neighborhoods or hemispheres apart. To families and friends who have supported and encouraged our students through their personal triumphs and tribulations, we are so thankful for your efforts and hope you see this as your day of achievement too. I and many of my colleagues have also supported our own children, partners, and friends who have embarked upon this and completed this important journey. And we so deeply understand and sincerely applaud the personal, emotional, financial dedication that this journey inevitably requires. Congratulations to you, too. Graduates, this is a time of great change. As both a graduate of Lakehead University and a global citizen, you are poised to create a better future for yourself, for the communities you choose to impact, and for our world. All of us at Lakehead hope you will look on your time here in this spectacularly beautiful part of Canada and in our online communities as a positive, transforming experience, learning and living with amazing students, friends, staff, and faculty who've all done their best to make this day possible. Keep us in your hearts and your minds as you, our exceptional 2021 graduates, make our future brighter. We look forward to learning about your many successes. Thank you. All the best. Miigwech.
Chancellor MacLeod, President McPherson, Chair Maltese, and Chair Larsh, members of the Georgian College and Lakehead Board of Governors, colleagues, industry partners, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2021. As President of Georgian College, I am truly honored to help celebrate your special accomplishments, marked by this incredible milestone that you're celebrating today. And what a milestone it is. The very first graduating class of our Lakehead Georgian partnership. You will always be first. You are all pioneers. The very first cohorts who chose to experience the best of both worlds. Even though we aren't celebrating together in person, don't let that put a cloud over the fact that this is your day, graduates. A day we hope you will remember with pride and happiness for a lifetime to come. We're so very proud of you and what you have achieved. You're successfully balanced your studies, work, friends, family, and other commitments, and we understand this is no easy feat. Many of you also persevered with your studies through the uncertainty and unknowns of a pandemic, which offered, of course, its own unique academic and personal challenges. I know this isn't how any of us pictured your experience, but perhaps this year has been the ultimate lesson for all of us. Things don't always go as we planned. There are a few other great lessons we've learned this year, one that will serve you well, and I thought I'd just take a few moments today to reflect on them. First and foremost, we learned that what matters is how we respond to challenges and the mindset that we choose to adopt. Each of you are proof of what's possible when we stand tall and support each other, when we're smart and strategic in a caring, compassionate way, despite difficult circumstances. There will be other times in your life when you need to remember that people, the ones you care for, and the ones who need you are the most important thing in the world. This year, of course, was one of those times. The second lesson that we all learned is that the only certain thing in life is change. Employers have been telling academics that for years. They've been telling us they need graduates who can manage change, who can pivot quickly. They want graduates who are innovators and change makers, who aspire to ask, how can this be better? How can I be better? And then, what action can I take? And then one action do you take? Your resilience and ability to learn in new ways is an incredible selling feature to employers today. Let them know you're proud. Let them know that you're a graduate who understands change and wants to be part of a compassionate, committed team willing to adapt and adopt, and that you've proven your resilience by studying through this world crisis. Wow. As I say that, I am proud of you. And I know employers will be proud as well, as are my colleagues who changed, adapted, and worked hard to ensure that you met the high standards we always expect, pandemic or no pandemic. We know you're ready. You have achieved our standards, and in fact, I know that many of you have exceeded them. And while much of the recognition belongs to you, you didn't get here by yourself. You've had this incredible support system, family, friends, loved ones, community members, industry partners, and as I've already stated, our faculty and supporting staff. To those supporters, on behalf of all the graduates, I extend theirs and our wholehearted gratitude for standing by them and helping to make this possible. And so now I'll ask all the graduates in the crowd to join me in giving a resounding clap to all your supporters. You can shake your hands if you like, or you can do a resounding clap in your living room at home. But this is for all of you out there who helped get the graduates to where they are today. Thank you. And I know if graduates had the mic, they'd not only thank you, they'd tell you they love you and they appreciate what you've done. The third lesson in life that we've learned over this past year is something that I want to leave you with. Graduates, we need you. Through you, society has hope. Never before has it been evident that we need you the way we do now. We need you as innovators and professionals who will help solve business and industry problems, and maybe a little bit more importantly, who will help make sure our society is a better place to be. We need you to be leaders who will help chart the way forward and influence the kind of future that we all know that we need and deserve. Today, many of you will have clear career goals. You know what you want to do. You know where you're going. And others are probably watching this saying, well, what's next for me? Maybe the better question is that you ask yourself, who will I be? I know firsthand and from experience of others that you won't be defined by the credential that you've achieved. It's important. I don't want to ever underestimate that. But we know more than that. It is who you choose to be that will define your future. It is how you use the skills that you've learned in this credential and how you take them forward to work in industry and in your personal life that will define who you are. So right now, focus on getting a great resume and knowing that you're going to an employer with a unique set of skills by being a part of this incredible journey at Georgian and Lakehead over the past year. But also start asking yourself, who will I be next year? Who will I be in 5 years, in 25 years? What kind of person do I want to be? And what type of mark do I want to leave on society? As president of Georgian, I have only one wish and hope for you, and that is that you'll use your skills and knowledge and go out and make that change and make this place a better world because you asked yourself the question and you did something about it. Let me leave you with this final statement that I make at all graduating classes. We need you. We need you because you've acquired skills and that you have great critical thinking capabilities and that you have the way to move forward. Aristotle once said, our task is to become good people or to achieve the highest human good. The good is happiness, an activity of the soul linked with virtue. So graduates, be happy. Go out and make your mark. Live your life through your soul and with virtue, knowing we'll always, always be here rooting you on. Stay safe, be well, choose happiness, and spread hope for 2021. Congratulations all.
Welcome, Chancellor McLeod, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. McPherson, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and fellow graduates. I would like to begin by mentioning that today is a very special day for all of us. A few years ago, we took a very important decision to pursue a degree at Lakehead University. The time at Lakehead has not been easy for anyone. Challenging assignments, rigorous courses, and examinations have led to a lot of sleepless nights. If this was not it, the current pandemic situation has made it even worse. Switching over to online classes, adjusting to the Zoom lectures, and the extraordinary challenges we have faced made the last hurdle the most difficult to pass. But eventually, we have made it and have gathered here today to celebrate our success. Apart from providing us with high-quality education, Lakehead University focuses on the overall growth of its students. It offers a diverse and inclusive environment where international students get the opportunity to experience the Canadian culture, which allows us to overcome the language barrier and the cultural shock, get opportunities to grow in leadership roles. Such an environment ensures that we are ready to face the future and overcome every challenge with confidence. We, the class of 2021, can be immensely proud of ourselves, as when the whole world is infected with COVID-19, when the whole world is trembling in fear and living in an unpredictable environment, we had the courage and motivation to stay focused on graduation. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Some inspiring words by Taylor Swift. This quote here reminds us that as we move on in our lives, become successful, never let the good in you be overtaken by pride. Always remain humble, helpful, share kindness, and be good to others. Before we close this chapter of our life at Lakehead University and move on to the next one, it is very important to thank the people who have always been with us, our families who have supported us throughout, our professors for their constant guidance, and our university for providing us such an exceptional and unconventional experience throughout. Once again, a big and hearty congratulations to all the graduates, and I wish everyone all the very best in their future endeavors.
I am Dr. David Law, Associate Professor within the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. I am delighted to host the conferring of the degrees and medals portion of the ceremony. Today, our graduands join us virtually from locations all across the globe to celebrate in their academic achievements. I have the honor to present the PhD, master's, and undergraduate graduates from the faculty. Before we begin, I'd like to request that wherever our graduands may be today, that you please join your fellow graduands in standing together. On the recommendation of the Senate of Lakehead University, I present the candidates who have fulfilled the academic requirements for degrees and diplomas and have complied with all other requisites of the university. I am also pleased to present the candidates from our Lakehead Georgian Partnership Diploma and Degree programs. Madam Chancellor, will you admit these graduands?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I admit you as graduates of Lakehead University.
I'm Paul Larsh, Chair of Georgian College's Board of Governors. I am honored to acknowledge our Lakehead Georgian graduates and their guests on behalf of the board. In the name of this college and by the authority of the Board of Governors, I proclaim that you are the holders of the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining to your credential. I charge you with the responsibility as a graduate of Georgian to uphold our motto, wisely improve the present. Congratulations.
You may now take your seat.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, I have the honor to present the Doctor of Philosophy graduates from the faculty. Armin Iraqi Kazaz, the Dean Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Zara Hassinpur Faizi. Ashley Susan Nemec Bach. Harutyun Poladian. Yuri Shapalitsky, the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. That concludes our Doctor of Philosophy graduates. I now have the honor to present our Master's graduates from the faculty. Alaukik Aditya. Martina Nicole Agostino. Ashraf Al-Badri. Ola Al-Hatib. Mina Makram Latif Armanius. Sahand Asri. Zeba Iyaz. Shreya Bondo Padhi. Komal Chandrakant Bargay. Nicholas James Bell. Ishani Badoria. Vaibhav Suresh Bhatt. Palak Bhatia. Pranav Bipinbhai Bhatt. Lakshman Babu Badu. Ramya Sri Baudu. Spurthi Daniel Bapuri. Divya Chandra Sikaran. Veera Venkata Nagendra Murthy Chandu. Santosh Charuku. Bit Na Choi. Christiana Afraf Danso. Sagar Deshpande. Pramod Deshpande. Taresh Diwan. Mazabin Imu, the Governor General's Gold Medal, the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Arakal Mohammed Fahad. Andrew Fisher. Rikhil Gade Rosario. Karanbir Singh Gill. Yatesh Laxman Kumar Guma. Hardik Dikapamar Gunja. Kruthika Gurujaran. Mohanavel Inbavel. Ashiana Ismail. Pankti Rajan Joshi. Mohammed Shariar Kabir. Venkateshwar Reddy Kaluva. Harsh Umeshbai Kapadia. Pedram Koshnevas. Harsh Kilnani. Sai Priyanka Kotha. Harika Kudarvali. Ajinkya Rajendra Kumar Kunjir. Alizar Marchawala. Danisha Mehta. Hardil Snehalkumar Mehta. Andrew Milling. Devanshu Mishra, Abdul Irfan Mohammed, Darshak Jayanti Mota, Brant Richard Muir, Suvik Mukherjee, Abhishek Piyushbai Nagricha, Rahul Natarajan, Vatan Singh Nayal, Yige Nu, Tenzin Nima, Chitra Rajagopal Parameshwaran, Kushal Paresh Thakur, Smit Rajesh Parikh, Akshay Kumar Patel, Ankit Deepakbhai Patel, Bhargav Kumar Patel, Deharia Shalishbhai Patel, J. Nimesh Patel, Patel Karankumar Bashkarbai, Krishna Sanjay Kumar Patel, Neil Kumar Pratixbhai Patel, Pankti Rakeshbhai Patel, Pavan Kumar Jitendrabhai Patel, Preet Kumar Patel, Prerak Jayesh Kumar Patel, Priya Upendra Kumar Patel, Priyanka Rajendra Kumar Patel, Prithvi Manoj Kumar Patel, Shreya Indravadan Bhai Patel, Yash Kumar Jayesh Bhai Patel, Maharashi Jagdip Pathak, Satya Dilip Painmetsa, Maulin Shi, Shaheen Rafilal, Pranith Ramesh, Parth Vindobai Rathod, Bhavik Subhashchandra Ray, Amar Sabah, Tanvir Hassan Sajal, Sadman Saqib, Catherine Rachel Samuel Rajkumar, Tisha Senaboina, Herschel Chetan Kumar Shah, Jugal Shah, Karan Atul Kumar Shah, Priyank Vipul Kumar Shah, Arti Aaron Sharma, Kaval Hiran Sharma, Jagmeet Singh Sidhu, Simranjit Singh, Akash Dharmesh Kumar Soni, J. Chaturbhai Sudikia, Tarat Tazreen, Kunal Naresh Kumar Thapar, Thi Thao Duyan Tran, Manva Jyotindra Trivedi, Nishche Nilesh Kumar Trivedi, Nodap Sering, Nicole Turner, Harsh Ashvin Kumar Vakela, Sai Lohith Vasireddy, Praveen Kumar Venkatsan,
Shruti Wadekar,
Tejas Mihir Wadiwala, Zhang Wang, Zhan Wang, Anita Yadav, Sonal Yadav, Wenzhou Yang, Liudu Zhao. That concludes our master's graduates. I now have the honor to present our undergraduate graduates from the faculty. Nicholas Anthony Agostino, Alyssa Aho, Thekrayat Al Okaili, Victoria Beatrice Anthes, the Dean's Medal for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, and the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Samantha Jade Austin, Afikar Meza Azemi, Zachary Julian Beauvais Holt, Simran Betty, Ashley Boyd, Alexander Ronald Berube Bradley, Brady Burns, the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, Serene Carby, Braden David Francis Cassidy, Prajith Mohan Chakrathu, Montana Christian, Sophia Danielle Clement, Etora Massimo Colaia Covo, Andrea Anita Lena Calistro, Bronnie Rose Cooper, Nicole Maria Costanzo, the Robert Poulin Memorial Award for Outstanding Citizenship, and the President's Award, Mario Frank Cross, Ian James Cunningham, Kenita Eileen Curry, Kaylin Alexis D, Ashley Rebecca DeGrazia, Dela Alicia De La Scale, William Owen Dirksen, Jacob Galen Duran, Claire Alexandra Delude, Avery Furlut, Jasmine Foley, Kimberly Marie Jales, Kaylee Gillies, Shaitan Godsay, Claudia Ellen Godden, the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, Cody Brooke Goodman, Natasha Gray, Sarah Jean Greaves, Dana Marie Gummerson, Nicole Guzik, Shayla Marie Hartley, Jagnur Singh Hayer, Deanna Marie Holt Schmidt, Eliana Valeria Hughes, the Dean's Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Nadine Suzanne Hunley. Bradley Grant Hislop, the Chancellor's Medal, the Dean's Medal for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies, 3-year. Parker Allen Johnson. Darren Reginald Johnson. Joseph Robert Kahara. Catherine Ann Kibuk. Carissa Amber Kilby. Isabel Renee LeMay. Connor Alexander Little, the Dean Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Prabjot Singh Matharu. Jeremy William Salans McCubbin. Angela Davina McEachern. Veronica Gertrude McGuire. Tyler McPhee. Hannah Rose Murner. Natasha Orlean Loretta Malenko. Mickey Nguyen. Inemo Leonardo Abwala. Divine Chinomso Oke Ikeri. Joseph Olumide Olapade. Nathaniel Nicholas Oriak Quia. Alejandro Ortigas Vasquez. Amanda Nicole Pages. Didier Palacios Gonzalez. Prashidi Pathak. Bonnie Denise Patterson. Paige Ruth Perrins. Lindsay Sierra Ricci. Carla Andrea Rodriguez Badillo. Megan Routier. Camille Akane Samashima. Paul David Sekera. Ubavsin Manharsin Solanki. Thanushin Surya Kumar. Colin Stewart Rodney St. James. Krista Lynn Tarabokia. Rachel Aaron Tilson. Vincent Van Trin. Sasha Evelyn Rose White. Brennan Renee Gregor Williams. Lexi Cassandra Williamson. Tara Amanda Wilson. Heather May Worthy. Taylor McCartney Wright, the Dean Scholar Award for the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Paul Joseph Zabarth. Madam Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of all the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Environmental Studies. Congratulations to all of you.
Hello, class of 2021. My name is Mike Michel. I am a board member with the Alumni Association of Lakehead University and a proud graduate of the master's degree program in geology in 1998. It's my distinct pleasure to address you in your celebration today, to bring greetings on behalf of my fellow board members and our extended alumni family. Like you, I became an alumnus and quickly realized that my time with Lakehead University was far from over. I regularly participate in the many events and benefits offered by Lakehead alumni, and so too does my company, through research partnerships and the employment of students and graduates. You are now part of this extended alumni family, totaling over 65,000 alumni in over 103 countries. You are Lakehead for life, and what that means is being part of a family that engages, celebrates, and shares within our communities. We do this through a network of chapters, alumni ambassadors, regional activities, both in person and virtual, and even varsity sporting events such as when our Thunderbolts return to action. It also means that each one of you will be receiving this alumni scarf and pin. The Alumni Association is very excited to share the news that going forward, the scarf and pin will be mailed to every graduate. You will be the first class to receive and proudly wear this version of the scarf. This eye-catching scarf is a must wear in your pictures. I encourage you to stay connected with Lakehead and follow your fellow alumni through the website, social media, our alumni e-zine, and the Journey magazine. Once again, congratulations on crossing the finish line. You have exemplified the very best of Lakehead University, the often unconventional and always exceptional. Take a moment to enjoy your accomplishment and always remember that you are Lakehead for life.
I would like to offer my personal congratulations to each of the graduates on your achievement. I cannot begin to know the challenges that many of you have faced and overcome to get to this point. I do know that for all of you, the last year and a half have tested your commitment, your adaptability, and your resilience. I know, too, that the faculty and staff of Lakehead University have worked continuously to ensure that you are provided with opportunities to learn that are as accessible and supported as possible. I trust that despite the unusual challenges of your last semesters, you leave this university with an enthusiasm for learning that will last you for the rest of your lives. I cannot begin to foresee the challenges and the changes that you will encounter as you move forward from here. Your world is not the world I have lived and worked in. It will not be the world of your parents. It's the world of my grandchildren, and it is a world that you will help to shape. I do believe that as graduates, you share a willingness to set goals and work towards them. I am confident that you will be open to new ideas and new approaches. I ask that you stay aware and engaged participants in your new environments, and that you remember always that you can make a difference. I hereby declare this convocation closed.